Well, as I always say, hello YouTube to the few people who watch my channel. Just decided to make a video about why the crime rate's going up and what's going on really, what they're really doing. And let me just get started on that. What they're doing is, if you notice, more and more children are being put on psychotropic drugs and amphetamines if they can't concentrate in school, like Adderall or Folkalin. And what that does, let me explain. They first put them on amphetamines. That scrambles their brains. They give them a diagnosis of ADHD. After that happens, they grow up to be slightly psychotic because, they're on amphetamines all the time. So then they prescribe them an antipsychotic and misdiagnose them with bipolar disorder or something of the sort. So then all of a sudden they're on antipsychotics like Abilify or Geodon, Zyprexa, or sometimes Risperdal, which has that one specifically has some horrible side effects. And what that does is it messes with their frontal lobe, and it will eventually make them secondary psychopaths, or it will basically make them psychopaths by diminishing the activity in the frontal lobe. So when that happens, let me explain the story. There was a guy back in the 60s, I forgot his name, who actually climbed a tower and started sniping people. He had a tumor in his frontal lobe, which actually caused psychopathic tendencies. And I forgot his name. I'll leave, possibly leave his name in the description below if I find it after making this video. But basically, what happens when you do that to what happens when you do that to a kid whose brain's still developing? They're not going to grow up normal. They're going to grow up with psychopathic tendencies because their frontal lobe is being messed with. And that all starts with that diagnosis of ADHD, and then they put them on Adderall, which gives them, psychosis, not to be mistaken with psychopathy. Those are two different things, psychosis and psychopathy. But basically, they give the kids psychosis through amphetamines, which gives them a reason to prescribe them antipsychotics and give them a nonsense diagnosis of bipolar disorder. And the kid grows up with his frontal lobe being messed with. And when you mess with a developing brain's frontal lobe, that kid basically grows up to have heavy psychopathic tendencies. And if you really look at that analogy, it's not surprising that the crime rate is going up when a good percentage of kids are growing up on, you know, on prescription drugs, basically. Just because the school system says so. Coincidence? Because of human greed? I think not. I think this is a planned because they want the crime rate to go up. They want the prison system to get filled up so they can make more money off people. That's how it works. Anyway, just a small message to my small YouTube following. Maybe it'll get bigger. Who knows? There have been other people willing to share this on YouTube. And, some came, some went, some stuck around. Anyway, that'll be all, folks. Stay safe out there.